everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have something a little bit different for you. I did mention a couple weeks ago that I was considering starting up a series called Talk Tuesdays, and in my head what the series would be is just me sitting in front of a camera and just chatting with you guys about different things that might interest you. This week's subject is about my YouTube journey and tips and advice for someone who is thinking about starting a channel, or perhaps you have a channel but you're just struggling. And people have been asking me to do this video for a while, but I always hesitated because I felt like I didn't really have enough subscribers that anybody would want to listen to what I have to say. But the truth is that I really did struggle at first, and I do have some words of wisdom and a lot of tips for avoiding the mistakes that I made in getting to this point after 3 years on YouTube. So if you're interested in hearing all of my tips and advice, then please keep on watching. You might want to grab something to drink and something to eat because it is a long one. So let's get right to it. So my advice, my first word of advice is to find where you fit in. Because my first videos, I didn't let anybody know my age. I wasn't hiding my age, but I didn't promote it. There were no over 40 skincare routines or anything that might catch somebody's attention. Because when you are someone in your 30s, and even some of us who are in our 40s, people don't really know quite how old we are. So and I'm just speculating here, but I feel like maybe the younger viewers didn't, thought maybe I was too old for them. And then the women who were 40, 50 plus thought that I was just somebody in their 30s maybe who was just trying to be like someone in their 20s. And I'm not gonna lie, I really did try to just do what everyone else was doing. I mean, I would do tutorials and I would pose and I would play music and I would do what I would see the young girls do. And I thought that's what you do. That's how you do a makeup tutorial. You pose and you look sexy. And then I realized that I looked stupid. So I, as a 40-some-year-old woman, I looked kind of silly doing all of that. So it wasn't until probably, I want to say, a year and a half of making videos that the light bulb went off. And I thought to myself, Risa, you are just spinning your wheels here. You need to do something different. So now back to that first year and a half when I didn't know where I fit in and how to promote myself, and I was just kind of doing what everybody else was doing. My video titles were super boring. They were just, this foundation review and this, and sometimes I still do little boring titles because I feel like YouTube's gotten a little bit out of hand with their crazy titles, like their, oh my God, best foundation ever, or WTF, this is horrible. I don't know, I'm using very poor examples, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Just these really off the wall, in your face titles. A lot of times there's clickbait involved. So anyway, it's kind of like what you have to do nowadays because so much is getting uploaded to YouTube and it is so hard to stand out. You need to upload regularly. That's another one of the things that I really didn't do in the beginning. I thought I could upload 1 to 2 videos, 3 videos a month, and I would grow. And that just doesn't happen. You really need to upload when you're starting out 2 to 3 times a week. You can't do what I did. It just didn't work. If you look at my channel page, I have 170 some videos, maybe I've been 180 now. I haven't looked recently, but then you look at other people who have only been doing YouTube for maybe a year and they have the same amount as I do. And I've only deleted in the course of my channel, maybe 4 or 5 videos. That's it. Yeah, I haven't really deleted many videos. So uploading regularly is really, really important. Making thumbnails that appeal to people is really, really important. So I've already covered kind of like the OMG, WTF thumbnails and all that. And there are videos that will tell you that you should use certain colors. You should use red and white. Or the thing that I really learned is that you need to make your thumbnails consistent. because then people know it's your video right away. If you're always changing up your thumbnails, or if you're not putting any thought into your thumbnails, like you're just using a screenshot from a video. Now at the beginning, let me say this, at the beginning, I'm not sure if they still do this, but YouTube will not let you do a custom thumbnail until you reach a certain threshold. I don't know if it's subscribers or views, but yeah, from the very beginning, there's really not much you can do. As far as I know, I probably should have looked this up first, but yeah, just you wanna make that thumbnail as enticing as possible. You want people to look at it and say, I wanna click on that video. Another thing that's really important is the tags you use on your videos. If you're using tags like beauty or makeup or Sephora, you're not telling YouTube what your video is about. You really need to be specific in your title and in your tags what your video is about. So if you are doing a video about how to do eyeshadow on hooded eyes, you want to make that one of your tags. How to do eyeshadow on hooded eyes. So you only get 500 letters, but you can make it work. You can do how to do eyeshadow. You can do hooded eyes tutorial. You can do makeup for hooded eyes. You just want YouTube to definitely know right away what your video is about. And also, once you upload, make sure that you are responding to your comments. That is critical. You need to make your viewers feel like they're important. Your subscribers need to feel like they are important, and they are important, because without subscribers, you have no channel. So you also want to make sure that those subscribers are actually watching your videos, because I don't know if people, the person who is just watching YouTube videos understands that there is a subscriber count and that there's engagement. Now, unfortunately, a lot of companies that send out these freebies, all this PR, they mostly look at your subscriber count. They don't really look into engagement, which is how many views your videos actually get, how many thumbs up and thumbs down your views get, how many your videos get, how many comments your videos get. So somebody could have a huge amount of subscribers, but then you look at their views and you're like, their subscribers aren't really watching their videos. And yes, there is some truth to the fact that YouTube doesn't actually put out videos to all of your subscribers, which is really unfortunate. From what I understand, once a video goes live, it takes about, well, they watch what happens within those the first hour or so. And then if your video is doing well, then they'll put it out to more of your subscribers. And then I've also heard, and I've heard from my own subscribers, that YouTube will sometimes just randomly unsubscribe people. So while that does happen, it doesn't account for somebody who has 200, almost 300,000 subscribers only getting 10,000 views on a video. That doesn't kind of make up for it. So something else is amiss. My original point was that you really need to reply back. Give a comment a thumbs up. Say thank you, say to a compliment. And if somebody asks you a question, try to answer it the best you can. And it's time consuming, but you gotta do it. As soon as a video goes up, I'll wait 20 to 30 minutes. And if I can, obviously if I'm not at an appointment or in the car or something, I will go through and respond or like every single comment. If I missed your comment or anybody's comment, it's only because as you get bigger, the more comments you get, and also depending on the video, you could get so many comments that yes, they can get overlooked. YouTube does put comments into spam folders sometimes, and I don't even look at my spam folder unless I'm on my desktop computer. So if you're one of those people that says, oh, I have a channel, come check out my channel, in the comments, number one, that's bad YouTube form, and two, it's gonna go likely to the spam box. YouTube's gonna flag it, it's gonna go to our spam, and it's never gonna be seen by anybody anyway. So that is just something else I want you guys to keep in mind. If you do have a channel and you're struggling, don't go on somebody else's video and say, I would love it if people would subscribe to my channel. It's one thing to say, oh, hey, you know, I love that foundation too. It's in my favorites video this month. you know, that's fine. I'm not gonna delete that. I'm not gonna get angry over that. But if you come on and you say, I have a channel and everybody, you know, please check me out. That is like going to somebody else's restaurant with a plate of food from your restaurant and saying, hey, stop what you're doing. Don't eat any more of that. Try this. Try my meatball. You know, it's just not cool. You just don't do it. The best ways to promote your video are using the other tools that are out there, like Twitter, like Facebook, like Instagram. I don't know why I just drew a blank. You know, another thing I did in the beginning wrong was that I didn't tell anybody that I had a channel. I don't know if I was, like, I didn't tell anybody in my family. I don't know if it was that I was embarrassed or I don't know. And I talked to other YouTubers who've said the same thing, that, you know, you just don't want to let people know at first. Like, are they going to judge you? Are they going to tease you? What's going to happen? So especially as somebody, you know, over 40, you definitely think like, what are you doing? Like, YouTube's for young kids, you know, why are you doing that? So you get a bit of both. You get people like, oh, that's really cool. I didn't realize I was going to get a lot of, oh, that's really cool. I thought I was going to get more of the what? And I didn't tell anybody in my family probably for the first year or so that I was doing videos. I didn't promote them on my Facebook. I didn't do any of that. And that was just to my own detriment. Growing your channel, giveaways and collaborations. I have seen people grow their channels just by doing giveaways. Now, I don't necessarily think that that's the right way to go. And I don't even know how some of these people get the money for these giveaways, because they have to go buy the product. Because when you're starting out, as I've mentioned in other videos and probably in this one already, you don't get sent PR packages. So I have seen girls, now mind you, she's a very pretty young girl. I'm not gonna say who it is, but somebody that I followed who had around the same subscribers as me about a year ago is now over 100,000 subscribers. And she has done these humongous giveaways. And I'm not saying that's the only reason why she's grown, because she's talented and she's beautiful and she's fun to watch. But I have seen these giveaways that she has 2, 3, gotta be at least $2,000 worth of product in her giveaways. And she leaves them up for a whole month. And then the next thing you know, she's gone from 20,000 to 40,000 subscribers. So once again, I don't want to get, you know, tomatoes thrown at me or a bunch of hate comments. Again, I'm not saying that's the only reason why she's grown, but I do believe that giveaways like that really help. I've only done small giveaways because I can't afford to go drop $200, $300, $500. I mean, I've spent maybe around $100, $150 for my giveaways, but yeah, if you're gonna go put $2,000 into a major giveaway, yeah, you're gonna see some significant growth. But you know, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think a giveaway when you want to, you know, maybe once, twice, 3 times a year is fine, because we definitely as creators want to give back to our subscribers. And I know a lot of people can't afford the makeup that we're using. And so having some of those nice things in a giveaway is nice. It's a nice thing to do for the people that support you. Now, moving on to collaborations. That is a great way to grow your channel. And the thing is, you want to start off by approaching people that have similar subscriber numbers and similar content. So you don't want to be like, you're not a beauty channel gonna collab with a gaming channel. That just makes no sense. So you want to look for people whose videos that you actually watch and like. You like that person. You think that your viewers would be like-minded and like both of you. And if you're someone with 300, 400, 500 subscribers, I don't recommend going to someone who has 100,000 subscribers and asking them to collab with you, because the chances are, I mean, I try to not ignore anybody, but chances are they're going to ignore you. I was lucky enough where I was able to approach, when I had about 4,000 subs, maybe even less, somebody who had like in the mid-20s. She actually said, Megan McTaggart, I'm gonna shout out to her. She's amazing and deserves so many more subscribers. She and I did a collab, and that's actually one of the videos I deleted, not for about a year later, but I just felt like I did a horrible job and I felt bad. I mean, it was a wedding tutorial and it was just super cheap. Hers was amazing. Mine was super cheesy. I don't know. I have no business doing I mean, of course, women in their 40s get married and 50s get married, but I just looking back on that video, I was like, what were you thinking? But anyway, she was so kind to do that collab with me. So my advice for reaching out to other YouTubers is, especially at the beginning, just look to somebody who has a similar following that you do, make similar videos, and tell them what idea you have for a collaboration. Don't just say, I want to collab with you. Say, I want to collaborate with you because I love your content and I think your channel is doing great, and here's my idea for a video. Here's what I think would be great. And then as you grow and you get more confident and you're getting more subscribers and you're consistently growing, because some channels, they grow and then they kind of go back down. So you want to find somebody who's consistently growing, and don't be afraid to reach out to somebody with more subscribers with you. I recently did that. I recently reached out to another YouTuber who I have been watching for years, who has a much bigger following than me. And I said, hey, this is what I think would be the benefit to you. Even though you have more subscribers, here's what I think the benefit would be to you. And I truly believe that she's gonna get, you know, a lot of new subscribers from this, because I also think a lot of times the nice people on YouTube, not that the people who are huge aren't nice, but I think that a lot of times they lose themselves, that a lot of people miss like the early days of YouTube when people were more down to earth and they didn't let social media fame go to their heads. So I'm not saying all big gurus are like that, but there are some more so than others that, you know, it just kind of surprised me that, it did surprise me and it didn't surprise me, because I've always known, I could always get a vibe that she was a really nice, down-to-earth person. But I was a little surprised that she said okay, because, and hopefully, fingers crossed that this collab is really gonna happen. I'm 97% sure it is. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to try. That's my point, is that it just doesn't hurt to try, but don't do it like right at the very beginning. Don't approach somebody, like I said, with, if you have 500 or you have less than 1,000 and you're aiming at somebody who has, you know, 40, 50, 200,000 subscribers. I wouldn't recommend doing that. And now to making money on YouTube. A lot of people do videos just on this subject alone because there's a lot to cover. I'm just gonna lay it out there for you about my experience. I didn't make a dime, not a dime, for a year and a half on YouTube. Again, you know, I wasn't uploading that much, so I wasn't getting a lot of views, but AdSense, which is, you know, all those ads that run in front of our videos, the monetization, that you don't get that money until you reach a $100 threshold. And every time somebody clicks an ad, which is how we get that money, I believe we get a couple pennies, if that. Some advertisers pay more for their ads, and then we'll get more money for that click. So in my experience, a video with, say, 10,000 views, and I don't often get to 10,000 views on certain videos, on a lot of videos. Say a 10,000 view video is gonna make me $20. So put everything out on the table for you. I currently get anywhere from 120,000 to 160,000 views a month, and that translates from anywhere from $325 to $400 a month. That's all. So obviously that takes a long time to get to, a lot of videos uploaded, a lot of views, and you're still not getting that much. So that's why a lot of people do sponsorships. They'll do magic links or reward style. All those links you see in our videos, they're a lot of work. People don't realize that it takes, maybe there's an easier way to do it that I just don't know about, but it takes me a good half an hour to an hour to go to a page, save the link, go back to magic links, create that link, then put it back into my video tag. So it takes a good amount, or put it in my description bar. So it takes a good amount of time to do that. And they're very helpful. It's kind of like a benefit for everybody involved, because you can just click right on that link and it'll take you to the product that you're interested in. And I make a couple pennies, but it all adds up. And even with, I'm with Magic Links, and Magic Links doesn't pay you, I think, I don't even remember, but it was probably 4 months. I signed up with Magic Links, I think last November, maybe, and I didn't get a single cent until March. So the money that we make comes from AdSense, affiliate links, and then sponsorships. Now here's where it gets sticky. Some people hate sponsored videos, and I do understand why some bigger YouTubers do a lot of them, because when you are a big YouTuber, you get paid a lot of money. As a small YouTuber, you do not get paid very much at all. So that's why you don't see me doing a lot of sponsored videos, because number one, apparently I'm a little bit too ethical because, and once again, I am not saying that people who do sponsored videos are unethical. Please, I cannot stress that enough. But what I am saying is that I work with this woman who is, and I could get into multi-channel networks. This video needs to be broken up into like 3 sections apparently, because I could talk about so much. But anyway, I'm not part of a multi-channel network. But I do work with this woman who is a liaison between influencers and companies. And she has asked me for my price on different videos to work with different companies. And whenever I say to her, well, I can't promise them a video if I don't like the product. And I've asked her before, I said, am I the only person that feels this way, that I don't want to agree to do a video if I don't know for sure if I like the product? I'm not personally willing to jeopardize my integrity for a couple $100s to just tell you guys that I love this product, it was magical, if I don't know for sure. And when I asked this woman that I work with, you know, I said, am I the only one who feels this way? She said, she really didn't really answer. She just said, oh, it's fine. I already have enough people for this sponsorship, for this promotion. And I'm like, who are these people that said yes? Because I just can't in my heart say, yeah, I'll do that video for you. Yeah, you give me a couple $100, I'll do that video and I'm gonna tell everybody how great this stuff is. No, I can't do it, which is why you do not see hardly any sponsored videos from me. So there's just a couple more things I want to touch on. One of them being a subject I don't really like to talk about, but I feel like if you're going to be starting a channel, you need to understand this. You need to have a thick skin and you need to have patience. Those are huge. Having the thick skin is important because you are going to get haters. Maybe not at first, or maybe you will get them at first, but the more you grow, the more they're going to come out. People will say anything while they hide behind their keyboard. I have been called ugly. I have been called full of plastic surgery. I have been told that my makeup sucks, my makeup skills suck. I have been told that my lips look like a baboon's butt. I have been told that, yeah, you name it. I mean, every hurtful thing that you can think of, somebody has called me. I used to let it bother me, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes, like I had one a couple weeks ago that was really harsh, really hurtful. It'll rattle me for a few minutes, but then, you know, just block and delete. So that's my prerogative, it's my channel, and it's, some people will say, oh, you block negative comments. No, constructive comments I'm not gonna block. But if it's something so nasty and hurtful and has nothing to do with the content at hand, it's only bashing me as a person, of course I'm gonna delete it. Of course I'm gonna block it. And then the thumbs down. Those used to bother me at first too. I have discovered that people will give a thumbs down for the most random reasons. That they think your intro is too long. They don't like your hair that day. They think your foundation doesn't match right. They think your lights are distracting. Whatever reason, from the most ridiculous to, well, yeah, I just didn't like the content of the video. That's fine. I personally have never, ever thumbs down a video. I really don't see the point. But I think if YouTube actually wanted to make that thumbs down helpful, people would have to select a reason for their thumbs down. You know, video too long, content didn't interest me, some reason, so we have some sort of feedback, because I think that would be helpful to us. So we could take the real constructive criticism and turn it around maybe. So I really do need to bring this super long video to a close, and I want to end with this. If you are someone who is thinking about starting a channel, or if you have a channel and you're frustrated, you have to stick with it if it's something you really want, because it will take a very long time. Of course, if you implement some of those tips I gave at the beginning of the video, it might not take you as long as it did me to sort of know what you're doing. So you might have better luck, but just be patient and don't compare yourself to others. They say comparison is the thief of joy, and that really is true, because I will look again at my peers that, you know, are my YouTube friends, that I will compare myself sometimes and I'll get discouraged and I will get depressed and I'll wonder, well, what is it about me that people don't like? What is, you know, why am I not growing? But then I look at other people that watch me and, you know, they only have 300, 400, or 500 subscribers and they've been at it for just as long. And they're probably thinking the same thing. Well, what is it about me? And a lot of times it's just not having the willingness to change. I was really willing to change. Of course, I'm not willing to change my core values and who I am, but I'm willing to experiment, try different content, try different things like this, like Talk Tuesdays. Just try different things. Don't be afraid to experiment and see what works and see what clicks. So stick with it, be patient, try different things, and don't compare yourself to others. So, and just be a nice person. I think that it shows through if you're fake, it shows through if you are greedy, it shows if you're only in this for the money, and I've told you, you are not gonna make money for a long, long time, and even when you do start making money, it's not gonna be a lot. So you have to be in it because you want to make the videos, you wanna help people, and eventually if you make some slight changes, implement some of the things I told you about, then you will see some growth. Will I ever get to 100,000 or more? Who knows? I can't see into the future, but I know that every time I make a video, I do my best. I hope that it'll be well received. I'm not an editing pro. I don't have the best equipment in the world, but I keep going because I want to help people. And why am I tearing up? That's so weird. I don't know. I just feel like you have to be in it for the right reasons. Your heart has to be in it, and you have to keep telling yourself that you can do it. I don't care if that's cheesy. It's how I feel. And yeah, I'm gonna end this because I know this video is super, super long. I'm so scared to edit it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And please subscribe to my channel. I say that at the end of every video, but yeah, I want you guys to subscribe, become a part of my great YouTube community, and give the video a thumbs up. But even if you give it a thumbs down, that also is engagement for my video. So for those of you who are also getting bummed out about your thumbs downs, it's engagement for your video. There's a bright side, silver lining. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you in some way. Give me some more ideas in the comments for future Talk Tuesdays. I will get better at them as I do them. Just like when you're making videos, you will get better the more of them that you do, hopefully. And I will see you guys very, very soon.